In this video, let's see what is DataRaptor Transform, what DataRaptor Transform, when to use it and how to use it. So let's start. DataRaptor Transform is nothing but JSON to JSON mapping. It means input is JSON, output is also JSON. In between, as per requirement, we need to perform some transformation, maybe with the help of formulas to reshape the data. Let's see some use cases. The first use case to map fields between different JSON structures. Whenever there is a requirement, for example, if this is the input JSON and we need output JSON like this. So here, if we observe first name need to map as first name like this, or date of birth maybe in this format, or we may need to find age as well based on date of birth. So in such cases, we need to think about DataRaptor Transform. Similarly, there are some use cases. Let's see these use cases one by one and how we can use DataRaptor Transform to achieve these use cases. The first one, we do have given this input JSON and we need to give output like this. Let's create one DataRaptor Transform and try to achieve these use cases. DataRaptor Transform for this sample use cases. What's the interface type? It should be transform. Save it. Now, as other DataRaptors, here also we do have formula section, transform tab, options and preview. What we need to achieve? We will be given this input JSON and we need to output JSON like this. So different forms of JSON that we need to reshape. To save the time, same JSON I have structured here like this. In the preview section, first of all, give this input. As this is the input, what we want like this. Similarly, I do have output JSON also. Now once you get requirement, you need to understand it, what you have and what you want to achieve. So this is the input JSON and this we want to achieve, so this is the output JSON. Once you clear with this, let's go to DRT. In the transform tab, you need to map this. How to map? For example, input JSON first name will be mapped with expected JSON first name. So you need to perform these mappings here. Let me show you one by one. First name will be mapped with this first name. Once you achieve this, let me explain how this works. For example, what's the label in the input JSON path? First name. In the output JSON path, first underscore name. You need to add these mappings one by one. If you execute this, you can see the first name is John. See the label of the field or node, it changed like this. But in case we do have here number of fields or number of nodes, then it will be time consuming to add these mappings here one by one. So to avoid this, what you are supposed to do, let me show you once again. In the preview section, as you identified input JSON, copy paste in the input section. Whatever the input JSON you do have, same input JSON, go to the transform tab. In the right side, there is the input and output section. Same JSON you can paste here as the input JSON. So this is what input JSON we will be getting from other components like maybe IP or Omni script, depends on the requirement. Now what you want? We want output JSON should be like this. Now again in the same input output section, you do have expected JSON format. Here you paste it. What's the meaning of this conceptually? I am getting input JSON like this. With the help of this DataRaptor Transform, I want output like this. Once you do this, then it will be easy for us to map it. Here also there are two choices. The first one, you can do it one by one. For example, in the input JSON path, if you observe here, first name and DOB, same fields you will observe here. First name. In the output JSON path, first underscore name, same you can map. You need not to type it, it will come here automatically. You only need to select it, then mapping is completed. Again, if there are 20 fields or 20 nodes in one record, you need to do this 20 times. Then there is a one more approach. Once you copy input JSON and output JSON, what you are supposed to do, there is a one button, quick match. Here you can do the drag and drop approach. How it works? This first name from the input mapping will be matched with first underscore name with the output mapping. Drag this and drop it here. You can see here match mapping. Similarly, DOB of the input JSON will be matched with DOB formatter of the output mapping, and this is matched like this. Once you're done with all the fields, save it. So your mapping is ready. Conceptually, what DRT is doing, DataRaptor Transform is taking input JSON path like DOB, it's mapped to DOB formatted as an output JSON path. Go in the preview, execute, then you can see here first name, first name like this, DOB formatted. If you want to utilize formula section as well, for example, based on this date of birth, you want to find age of customer, then you can use this function. This function take input any date. If you have seen my previous video, in one of the video I have explained how to find how old account is. Account created date we have passed here, and this age function returns how many years are completed since that date. Similarly, we need to pass this date of birth here. So from the input, what is the field name? DOB, that you need to pass it here. Then it will calculate the number of years, and that will be given to this variable age, where you can take any variable name. In the transform, you need to add this in the mapping. If you check in the input JSON path, you will observe this variable. From where it's coming? This is coming from the formula section. Output JSON path, you can give the same name. If you want to change, you can also change it. That's up to the requirement. Let's execute. Yeah, we can see from 1995 to till date 2025. So number of years are 30. So this way you can use this DataRaptor transform to convert or to map input JSON of this format to this format. In between you can use functions as well. Now this is the first real use case where we need to map the fields. Second one, what is given here? To prepare data before sending it to the DataRaptor, load or to IP. What does it mean? It means we are getting some data from the DataRaptor extract or from any source. For example, here is one DataRaptor extract. It gives output in this format. This format says customer is a node having these two values, customer name and mobile. But we need to create we need to create a contact for this input or maybe for this customer. We do have already existing DataRaptor post which take input in this format. What does format says? DataRaptor post take contact node with these two values, last name variable and phone variable. But we do have in this format. If we want to reuse this DataRaptor, then we need to match our input with this required format of DataRaptor. It means we have DataRaptor extract, we want to utilize DataRaptor post, this DataRaptor extract having the different JSON, this DataRaptor post expect different JSON, hence we need to use here DataRaptor transform to convert this JSON format to this one. Now let's see how we can use this. If you understand what we need to do, this is our input JSON. We want output JSON like this, and for this purpose we need to use DataRaptor transform. So let's see. First of all, let me delete the existing mappings. You can create a new DataRaptor transform and you can achieve this new use case. Let me delete this as well. To save time, I already created one of the input JSON. For example, this is what our input JSON having customer and two fields. So let me copy this. customer node and two field values. This is the input JSON. Once you know what is the input JSON, copy paste in the input section as well as paste in the transform tab of input output section in that input JSON. What does it mean? It means we are expecting we will be getting this kind of input, or structure of JSON is like this: input JSON in this format for to this DRT. Once this DRT accept this kind of input JSON and we want output JSON of this format, then put it in the expected JSON format. So we do have input JSON, we do have output JSON. Now we need to do mapping. As I mentioned, you can do one by one, or best way, utilize this quick feature. You will observe this edge where from where it's coming from the previous use case. If you can see here, either you can disable it or you can delete it. It's up to you. If you want to revisit it again, you can disable. I deleted it. Now let's go for the mapping. Now customer colon customer name, this should be mapped to contacts colon last name, as we want to create a contact record from this given input record. So drag it, drop it, then customer mobile, drag it and drop it. Simple. Now match mappings are ready for us. Save it, go to the preview, and you need to observe this output. Customer node mapped to contacts, customer name, last name where, mobile, phone where. Why we did like this? Because our DataRaptor post expect input in this format. If you observe this output JSON and what we are getting here, so both should be the same, and we can use output of this DRT to pass to this DataRaptor post so that record will be created or updated. This way we can use DataRaptor Transform. Let's see one more use case. What's the purpose of this use case? To merge or match data from multiple sources into a single format. Let's understand this with the help of example. For example, we do have DataRaptor extract 1. What is the output of this DRE? It gives us policy details. Another DRE, it gives customer details. Conceptually, this customer has purchased policy. Okay, customer purchased the policy, so we do have customer node, we do have policy node. But now what's the requirement? We need to show this data on UI, that is a flex card. Then we need to pass only one node to the flex card. That flex card will show all details like customer name, mobile, policy number and policy expiry date. So we need to merge this both information. Output of DRE1 merge with output of DRE2, and then we need to show on the flex card. But flex card need only one node, that is a customer details with all the information. That is, flex card is expecting input in this format. Customer details, it will contain both policy details like policy number as well as policy expiry date, plus customer detail like customer name and mobile number as well. So we need to merge output of this both DataRaptor extract into a single node, and then we can pass that single node information to the flex card so that it will be shown on the UI front. Now how to achieve this? Now we are clear here. What's the input? Input is output of first DataRaptor as well output of second DataRaptor. We do have two inputs now. Once we clear the input, then understand the output. This is our output. If you observe it, only the node names are different, like customer details, here is a customer and policy details. This label of the field is also different, maybe or may not be. In this case, it's the same one, but having two different nodes. If you see in the previous examples, it may be different, like customer name, mobile here's the last name and phone variable. But we need to understand conceptually what we need to achieve. So here two inputs and one output. So let's understand how we can achieve this with the help of DataRaptor Transform. First of all, delete this, the existing part whatever we did, and you can also remove this input JSON as well the output JSON what we are expecting. To save time, as usual, what I did, the same node I copied, like policy details having 3 fields. So we do have policy details with policy number, policy holder name and expiry date. Similarly, we do have customer node with name and mobile, what we are expecting here. Now we do have these 2 inputs. So this DataRaptor will expect this kind of input. So let me use it. So DataRaptor Transform got this input. Copy paste input in the input section as well. In the transform, tell this DataRaptor that input JSON format will be like this. Once we get this, then DataRaptor Transform got the input. Then this DRT is expecting the output. What is the output? Output says node name should be customer details and it should contain this kind of information. Then I do have prepared that as well. Copy it. In the transform section, in the input output, in the expected JSON output, paste it. Conceptually, this DRT will be getting input in this format with the help of these 2 nodes, and DRT has to give output in the format of this 1 node. Once you understand input and output JSON, then you need to perform the matching. Then this quick match gives option to do the field mapping. You need to observe it, customer name. So drag it, drop it. Customer mobile, then here customer details mobile, drag and drop it. Policy details expiry date, customer details policy expiry date. Policy details policy holder, policy details policy number. Here what is remaining? Policy number. So it is match. If you observe, matching is done. And how this left then? This may be the case. Let me explain you this as well. What happened? If you observe this node, here is the policy holder name, that is the Darshan Patil. Similarly, here is the customer name. So this data is different, same, it's the same, but with the different node name, customer name and policy holder name. But conceptually or from significance point of view, it's the same one. In the customer node, it's a customer name. In the policy detail node, it's a policy holder name. So you need not to worry about this. We don't need to add both because we need to merge it without having duplicate data. In this case, what you need to observe, what is your output JSON is expecting? Output JSON is expecting customer name and not policy holder name. So you need to consider this point as output JSON is expecting customer name. Hence, you need to map it to the customer name. If you can see here, let me save this. So customer name is mapped to customer name then as per the requirement of the output JSON. If you observe this DRT transform in the input JSON path, you can see there are 2 nodes, customer and policy details. But in the output JSON path, you will be able to see only 1 node, customer details, and that's what our requirement. We need to send only one node to the flex card to show this data on the UI front. Now if you preview it, let's execute. You can see only 1 node, customer details having mobile number. If you go into the customer, mobile number is like this. This customer name, same. Policy number, it's from the policy details, and the expiry date. This way you can map data from the multiple sources, like from one DataRaptor policy details, another DataRaptor customer. You can add here 1 more DataRaptor's output, like maybe payment information or maybe nominee information, but you can create only 1 node or 2 nodes. It depends on the requirement where you are going to utilize this data. So in this way, we can merge match data from multiple sources into a single format with the help of DataRaptor Transform. These are some sample interview questions. And just suggestion, you will observe at least 1 question in an interview on DataRaptor Transform. So try to answer these questions. Feel free to comment your answer. In the next video, we will show 1 more real-time use case on DataRaptor Transform. Thank you for watching.